Welcome back to the front, everybody. We are, of course, here in Anzio trying to break the back of the German Reich. And it's not an easy job. We've done a lot of pushing forward in this area. Somebody actually put down, I believe it was Lion24. I want to thank him. He put something on the Damn Your Dingo in our last video. Absolutely fascinating little bastard of a vehicle. Sadly, we just got it caught by some enemy troops. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, well, you know, it happens to the best of us, right? So, one thing I am going to do, I'm going to try and pop this guy with naval fire. If that doesn't work, I'll bring in some planes. Unfortunately, it's rainy. I'm not even sure if we can, yeah, we're not going to be able to do much in the rain here. So, I'm probably going to start sending these guys southwards to head to that airfield. I'm looking up here to see if we have any other airfields. And we do have one actually over here, so bring it over here, although it's kind of close to the enemy lines. I don't like the positioning of it at all. Let's see if we can get this guy behind the enemy tanks, but first I'm going to move this infantry forward, our commando team. And yes, I knew there were going to be some more enemy tanks, had a feeling we're going to have to do something about them. Remember, we know that in this particular scenario, the enemy loves to reinforce their lines, so I'm doing everything that I can to wipe these tank units out as quickly as possible. The AVRE should be able to fire on these guys. He's not going to do a lot of damage, so move this AVRE over here, open fire, and of course I'll move southwards with our M4A3. Good. Fire, boys. Oh, shit. Well, I expected better than that, to be honest with you. But fair enough. We're going to move right here on the enemy village, and we can see there are a lot of Germans itching for a fight. Well, a few Germans anyway. It looks like that position may be a little easier to take than we originally anticipated, and I'm thinking maybe we should just leave these tanks to do their job. Just ignore them. Oh! Got another enemy tank close by. Let's get this gun over here. It's going to be a tough sumbitch to deal with, but we have no choice. As you can see, we've got a lot of tanks over here. I'm going to move one of them up. There's constant enemy ambushes all along the Anzio line that we have to deal with before we continue moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move this guy forward. I want to get this priest some ammunition, so we'll go ahead. We'll supply him. And let's move forward. This 155mm gun, this thing really should do a lot more damage than it does. Let's be honest. Nothing. Let's see if we can do any damage with our infantry. Yup. Damn, that rugged defense. I'm gonna hit the Nebelwerfer. Hitting 5 of the Nebelwerfer, and we could follow this guy and probably take him out. But it's gonna require a loss of quite a lot of men, so I'm gonna reinforce the infantry here. I guess just for the sake of necessity, I'll attack this AT gun. Beautiful shooting. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, M4A3, 22nd M4A3. And with the 24th M4A3, we're going to reinforce and just keep trying to move these boys forward. So I don't want to get too close because we're going to end up putting this guy in a position where he can easily be shot down. But I will take this plane. I really do want to go back to those lines, but I think I'm just going to keep attacking. Eventually that AT gun is going to have nothing left. And we'll be able to move forward. Move this guy forward. We'll probably be able to take him out next turn. Just making sure we don't have any more shots left. I don't think we do. But maybe, just maybe, we can purchase another tank. Yes, we can. So, first things first, I'm going to get another beautiful M4A3. Sorry to my British friends, but when it's an M4A3 or a Churchill, it's not a very tough decision, to be honest with you. So we're going to pick up an M4A3. We could probably pick up another M4A3 over here. Boom. So that's 2 of them right there. 2 beautiful tanks. And now we're out of unit slots. But I'm hoping that those 2 tanks are going to make a huge difference to our men. The fact that we've got this many enemy infantry close by is frustrating. And it looks like that M4A3 has death written all over him. Don't think he's going to be making it out here of this battle. Let's see what else we can do. We'll definitely move these guys back. The Dingo. Damn your Dingo. Get some reinforcements for our engineer squad, our British engineer squad, a bit strange, and we'll also attack the Panzer III. Commandos in a swamp, they know what to do, or do they? No, apparently they don't. Although they've gotten a little closer to our engineer squad, so hopefully next turn we can do something about that. As for our planes, our Marauders, amazing planes. There's no reason why I shouldn't try to refuel them. So I'm going to bring this guy back. And we really have to hope that next turn the enemy or the weather clears up, because we need our Air Force. Without our Air Force, I don't think that we can win this mission. They need to constantly be supervising us and giving us supporting fire. So let's end the turn. End the turn and hope that that weather improves. Oh, they've got a nice gun back there. And of course, they're going to be peppering that poor commando team in the swamps. And they've still got the damn Gustav firing away. Sure enough, they went after the Bren, and kind of expected that. And they're even going after our engineers. Now here, I think we might have a chance to fight back. Nice attack. Ooh, our boys are taking a hell of a hit there. Give them some back. Give them back some lead, boys. And there's the Elephant. The Elephant is the one I hate the most. It's a nasty bastard, and look at that. 8 M4A3s with one shot. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's just unbelievable. So we've got to get rid of that freaking tank. I hate it. Its specialty is obviously anti-tank operations. What about our weather? Yes, the weather is okay, guys. We might be able to go ahead, do some damage here. Beautiful. Alright, you've done your job, son. Move over here. I'm going to bring our can opener forward. Beautiful. And for the M4A3, get over here. Oh, no, sorry. Sorry. We want to use you for something else, Marauder. Namely, I want to hit this position and get rid of that tank, or we could hit this position and get rid of that tank. Ooh, it's going to be a tough one. Yeah, let's do this. Apparently, they've got some AT guns. I don't see a single one. I also want to see if we can give the engineers the kill here. Beautiful. Burning out a German crew, as you can imagine. Not the greatest situation, especially in a swamp. I wouldn't think there would be any prisoners to worry about. So I'd like to fire on the infantry here, because they're getting awfully close to us. We want to let them know that we are watching them. They're not sneaking through any swamps to our lines. Although I'm really tempted to fire at that Elephant and try to get a good shot. Why not? Let's go. Some reinforcements here, replacements. Beautiful shot by the artillery, just a perfect shot right on the enemy, landing right amongst them. And I think we're going to also use that Sexton to do some damage. Believe me, if I could reinforce these guys this turn, I would. I really think, though, that their best option is to help us in other ways. We're going to go ahead and get reinforcements here. And let's see what we can do with this M4A3. Oh my goodness, he's not going to do very well against that Elephant. So we're going to go straight for the Panzer IV-F. Getting him right through the side armor. 6. That's vicious. That's a nice little hit there. And we've also got boys down here we've got to watch. So let's see if we can't start moving forward here. Get rid of that Nebelwerfer. Rangers! Absolutely great. And we're going to get our infantry over here and strike the enemy from this area, but not before pounding the area with artillery. Nice. Let's give him with another shot, maybe. Not bad, not bad. Beautiful. At some point here, we're going to have to start bringing reinforcements to our lines, especially guys like this, for instance. We'll go ahead and replace those units. Try again, Agrippa. You Englished bad today. And I'm going to send this M4A3 behind the lines. I'd be surprised if we didn't catch any ambushes. Well, I guess we didn't. And we're going to go ahead and open fire on this unit. Beautiful. Totally wiping out the 54th Wehrmacht. And I don't think the enemy's going to know what to do with that. So we should also try and take out some more of these enemy tanks. I'm thinking about going here or here even and peppering these guys. I think it's important to weaken them all across the line. So I'm going to try and bomb this position, or at least suppress the enemy. And then we're going to follow up with a bombing by our AVRE. Which, by the way, I don't like. I'm not a fan of the Churchill AVREs. If somebody can tell me what the point is besides just mobile artillery, then let me know, because we haven't gotten a single kill with that damn AVRE, and it's frustrating me to no end. Oh, what the heck? What the heck just happened? That was strange. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and... Yeah, if we hit these guys with a commando squad, we could do some damage, but it's gonna cost a lot. And one good thing is that the Germans seem to almost be out of ammunition. That's gonna be very helpful if we can keep that up. So I think I will open fire here. First, I'm gonna get some replacements for these struggling infantry units and for these tanks, but I'm assuming we probably get more replacements if we get these guys out of the way. Beautiful. There's no real reason to take this particular town, so we're going to move this tank across the river to help our beleaguered infantry over here on this side. And sure enough, look at that, 6 replacements. That's exactly what we needed. The rest of these guys, they're going to have to move next turn, but that doesn't mean we can't use the Marauders we already have. So I'm going to bring this Marauder, and I'm going to try to bomb the hell out of this SIG 38TM. I have no idea. Boom! Not bad. Could have been better, but you know what? We really just have to take whatever we can get in this campaign. Move the artillery pieces forward. Okay, and with our fighter planes, if the enemy had any fighters, I would go straight for them, but they don't. So I'm going to start targeting the tanks. Nice shooting, boys. Some Mustangs. Alright. Damn your dingo. Well, he's a damn dingo. What can I say? There's not much he can do, but we'll get him some replacements. Why not? He's not a bad vehicle at all. In fact, they got us a lot of infantry kills, so I'm not bad-mouthing the damn your dingo, especially with Line 24's awesome explanation of just the mileage that thing has. It's a really, really interesting vehicle, to say the least. Alright, we got another boy here. Well, I think we could go hit this guy. Not spotting where that enemy AT is unless the STUH 47, 42 I was going to say, acts like some sort of anti-tank gun, which I don't believe it does, to be honest with you. Let's just go ahead and get some replacements for our commando unit. It's only going to be one replacement anyway. It's hardly worth it. Good work, boys. Finally, our airborne wiped out that division, and we can move them right back up here. I'm sure we'll get ambushed on the way. Sure enough, yep, can't escape them all, and it looks like that unit is definitely in some trouble, and we're out of unit slots, so we're gonna have to wait until we lose some men before we can keep moving forward. Well, look at that, guys. We got 11 turns, basically 12 turns really, to get into position. It looks like this Churchill is close to the enemy town, but we could bring him back to try and waste this enemy tank, and I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Beautiful. Don't want them reforming with their tanks, and that Elephant is a problem in itself. I really don't like him hanging around our lines, but it's just not much we can do about that. So make sure we moved all our planes. Yep. If not for the Air Force, I don't think we would have made it 10 yards on this battlefield. Let's turn it over to the Germans. Now they bring the fighters in, and they're hitting our Marauders. Not good. They're going to take out our heroes, guys. And there we go. Unfortunately, the paratrooper team, no ammunition at all. Hoping they would have been nice enough to take us prisoner, and they also moved infantry in to waste that commando team. Now they're starting to overrun our lines, and things are getting nasty. Hit them, boys. Whew, thankfully our boys kept their heads down there. Can't say the same for this AT gun though, or excuse me, this AA gun, artillery piece. Try again. So we're gonna try and get them out of there, but it's looking pretty rough. At least it looks like the Germans are also running out of ammunition, so we're both in desperate need for some ammo. Now, I'm definitely gonna end this video soon, but I think I want to try and get rid of the Elephant. Before I do, give me a little less anxiety in the next part of the battle. That damn thing does not want to die. Although now that it's out of ammo, we stand a much better chance at wasting it. And I'm probably going to be bringing in this fellow right here. No, he can't do anything. In fact, we're going to get his ass back to the airfield, and we're going to bring him to the southernmost airfield, because I don't want to lose a Marauder. I mean, it's just too good of a vehicle. Could go ahead and waste this guy, or waste the enemy infantry. If it was any other tank, I would have gone for the infantry. In this case, I think we did the right thing. Last thing I need are enemy howitzers behind my lines, causing me problems. So I really want to attack that howitzer, but I'm thinking we might be better off hitting the enemy jet here, or the enemy Messerschmitt. It's not a jet, but it's a very nice plane. Nice. Beautiful. Maybe we'll just finish off one of the Messerschmitts. Down in flames with the rest of your friends. Well, guys, I hope you're enjoying these episodes. We're going to pause here, of course, and do episode 5 next time. If you guys enjoy, make sure to hit that like button. Thank you, Lion24, and everybody else that posted some info down below. If you want to post any World War II info or just some comments, make sure to do that. And don't forget to share these videos. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have an awesome day.